Super Bowl. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Red alert, red alert. '79 Broncos. 18's right here.
From the 28. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And that'll be good for a Denver first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's Akers up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On third down, here's Nix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left with 4th down here.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. To return this, Marcus Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
19, target, 19.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Right to the air with May. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air. It's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these two play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on third down and finish off a brisk 3-and-out to begin the game.
The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Broncos get set to take over. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go now.
Play action with Nix. Complete. It's Ingram. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Go!
Nix from the gun. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down. We give inside to Akers. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Come on, set.
It's Nix out of the pistol. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Cut out left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
60 back. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds him beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Man in motion, headed right. Running in the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos stretch their early lead to 9. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
May on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Dumps it off to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. We've reached the... Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. Operating from the gun, here's May. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Let's go now.
On play action, here's May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Going play action, May. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
May now on third down. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Broncos take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From just shy of midfield on second down. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Completed to his running back. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll throw again. Nix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Now Nix on third down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Patriots take possession. They're going to set up shop at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. First down throw for May. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Here we go.
Motioning Williams left. To the air on first down, May. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
A run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. In on the tackle is Jonathan Cooper. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. It's the Patriots looking at 4th and pretty far. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He fields this at the 18. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is hauled in by Ingram. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. Nix with it on 1st. Completed to Sutton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's go.
Now a give to Akers, running left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nix. Catch is made in close. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos will add to their lead at the end of the half. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. It's complete to Hunter Henry. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a New England first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And now it's second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Flush down out to his left. Throwing for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Brandon Jones. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. On the return, here's Jones. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Maine looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, the secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they'll decline this and take the result. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Check up.
Running it after the penalty. This is ahead for about 5. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They motion the tight end over. Here's 2nd and 5. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it off. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Set it. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Ready?
Here's Nix. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone there, Brock. And unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Well, you know me. I don't ever mind aggressiveness. I think it empowers your quarterback, empowers that offensive huddle. But you also got to know, as a quarterback, if you call a pass play, you got to do your job. And doing your job means avoiding a safety in that circumstance.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he nailed that one.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Escapes the pocket. Thrown on the rope. Big gain downfield. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. Motioning him from the slot right. May on 1st and 10. And they pick him off again. Picked off Alex Singleton. And the Broncos add a considerable return onto the interception. They're going to take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, And I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On first down, they'll run. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Going for it on 4th, Nix. He finds him beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2. Akers. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
May trying again here on 2nd. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Sending a receiver left. May now on 3rd down. Forced out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Patriots have their punting unit out. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Man in motion here.
At the 36-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They send him left out of the slot. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Hits his running back. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Trying it left side with Akers. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Once again, it's Akers. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap to Nix. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
First down throw for May. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Broncos take over at the start of the red zone. He's tackled right at the 20. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
This Jones on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Come 19. Come 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Here's the pistol snap to May. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Buying some time right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Searches. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That blitz right there, Kate, was a win-win defensively. Got a lot more bodies around the line of scrimmage in case that offense ran it. Well, they put it in the air, and that quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball other than in his own arms.
They connect for the 1st. And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. To the air on 1st down, May. Complete out to the right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Patriots just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come on.
May now from the gun. He's on the move. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
He breaks a tackle. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Go.
They'll kneel it down as we get close to just 50 seconds remaining.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal